Hello, I'm Raul, and I'm here with my colleague, Dr. Meredith Sagan of the MindAlign Institute. We'll go ahead and have all that information in the description below. But welcome, Dr. Sagan.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Raul.
So, Meredith is a medical doctor and a psychiatrist, so she specializes in all types of ways to help people get through some kind of mental barriers that they might have. And so one of the reasons why I brought her here is to see if she can offer you some of her insights regarding competition, right? So we have a lot of people who love a sport and they train regularly and they're actually very proficient, but they can't quite get themselves to actually get into a competition. So Dr. Sagan here, she grew up doing all kinds of sports, competing when she was younger, and so I want her to see like what kind of ways that can help you get through that whole, like the mental block. Dr. Sagan, could you give us some advice to help us break through?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me on your show today, and thank you for the question. I think it's a wonderful question. When we look at competition, I think in order to reduce one's stress and have a relaxed mindset, who you're doing it for really matters. If you're doing it for someone else, you want to impress someone, look good, automatically you're going to be in the fight or flight response because you're moving from anxiety and stress and wanting to perform to look good for other people. When you shift out of that and really come into being your best version of yourself that you can be, you get out of competition with other people and instead of start to compete with your own self for your own best score, your own best that you can be, you're going to be more naturally relaxed and have much more potential to then win over the opponent. The key is really working with yourself, mind mastery.
Oh, I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell, really, right? But yeah, a lot of people, they tend to like build up competition like really large in their mind. It just becomes terrifying. Or even like they might see another opponent, even though they might be in the same like weight division or something, and they might just feel too intimidated by how they look or how they carry themselves. But really, that's almost like all a facade, right?
Right. Because at the end of the day, it goes back to the relationship that you're having with yourself. If you really believe in yourself, have confidence, you feel really secure within yourself, that's the place to source from in order to win at whatever you're doing. It really starts from inside and moves from the inside out. If you're doing it for other people, concerned about what other people think, it becomes a house of cards because then other people's judgments are controlling you. So I think that you say when people get very anxious to perform or to get into the ring, they're really anxious about the judgments of other people, what other people will think if they win or don't win. That's where the anxiety comes from. What will people think if I lose? So by turning the attention back to oneself, of working with your self-confidence internally in every moment of your life, using self-observation, practical mindfulness skills, we can begin to work with ourselves naturally to improve our mindset so that wherever we are throughout our entire day, we're constantly training against opponents using just ordinary things in the world to do so.
Yeah, wow. I think what you just said was definitely the way I feel about it, and I hope that this can help whoever's watching, because I know that we have a lot of people who are training. They love the sport of catch wrestling, but I mean this could apply to any practitioner of any sport. So hopefully this helps you.
This helps. And if I may add one more thing,
please.
We say oftentimes, I think everybody knows it's an inside job. How we perform on the outside is dependent on how we are internally. So the question is, what is the bridge to learning how to work with myself internally? How do I even feel what's going on in here or feel where I'm at? How do I work with my self-confidence in my own mind? That's really the question here. Not how do you overcome someone else, but how do you just work with your own self? So what we do at the MindAlign Institute is that we have an incremental step-by-step process. It's very simple, and for many of you, you may already be doing this, but it's really about turning your attention here so that you're aware of what's going on internally in any given moment. So even as you're sitting here right now, noticing how are you oriented in your own body. How are you feeling as your sit bones touch the floor? How is your back as your shoulders are dropping back and down? Is your breath freely flowing through you? How is your mind? Is it calm? So noticing in every moment your states, physically, emotionally, and mental, is imperative. And when you can begin to train yourself moment to observe those three states, and then work with yourself to relax and stay quiet inside, as you train every day in this practice, which is really, as long as you're awake, you can be practicing, then you'll naturally start to bring this confidence into the ring with your opponent. So you can train every day wherever you are. You don't have to wait.
Great. Oh, that's really, really excellent. So I hope a lot of people kind of are understanding what she's saying, because I think what happens is, like, it's so easy for us to get sidetracked. If there's any type of stress or intimidation or anything like that, then we can just go off the deep end thinking like, oh, I'm gonna lose, so why do I even try? Or no one's gonna like me, I'm not gonna have friends if I lose, or like my dog's gonna run to the arms of the person who beat me or something like that, where no, it's like the sun's gonna come out tomorrow, and everyone's still gonna like you, and if you have dreams of competing and actually like becoming a winner, the main obstacle really is yourself.
That's right. Well put. Didn't I hear something that the difference between the winner in some very high level competitions can be a millimeter of a second, or just a fraction between the two, and that the difference is the mindset of the person, that the person who has the most self-mastery, the most mental and emotional physical control, is going to win that competition. Is that the case?
Yeah, and back when I was still a trainer for UCLA, some research came out where they boil it down to, when they surveyed people, the only difference between the average person and like the athlete was the mindset.
Yes.
So the athlete is going to look at an obstacle and say, if I work at it, I can achieve that goal, or I can overcome that obstacle. And then the average person, they're going to say, oh, I don't think I can ever do that. So of course, they're right? If they don't try, they're never going to achieve.
Yes. And so it's actually wonderful news that you can have self-mastery training, mind mastery training in every moment of your life. Wonderful news for competition.
Yes.
So to get that edge.
Yes. So this should be the beginning of a series of videos that we want to be doing for you. So I just want to let you guys know that Dr. Sagan is part of the MindAlign Institute. Do you have a specific website that you want to let us know about for people who want to know more?
You can look us up at drsagan.com or MindAlignInstitute.com. We do have programs and materials to teach more about natural stress reduction, mind mastery, self-mastery. Come on over and check us out. We'd be happy to see you there.
Great. So thank you very much. And also, if you have any questions, just let us know. Anything, just let us know in the questions down below.
Happy to answer your questions.
Thanks for watching.